Hi, everybody. Welcome to our For Entertainment Purposes Only channel, Big Apple Mountain Tarot. I'm your host, Mike Rusnak.
I'm the other host, Everest Hall. Today we are going to be talking to y'all out there about the Sagittarius new moon, which is on December 12th.
It's at 4:32 p.m. Mountain Time, 6:32 p.m. Eastern Time, 11:32 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time on December 12th.
And I just want to say, I just love Sagittarius energy.
I do too.
I get along really well with it. And
It's ebullient.
Ebullient. It's all about faith and higher learning and long distance travels.
Expansion and the bigger picture.
The bigger picture.
And understanding and forming opinions in regard to politics and religion and philosophy. And have we had enough of politics and religion yet?
No, we haven't. We haven't.
More. Well,
I want more.
Yeah.
So it's ruled by Jupiter.
Yes.
Which is good luck. You were mentioning earlier that
The ghost of Christmas present.
the ghost of Christmas present, because we're in December.
So Jupiterian, right?
Yeah. So just imagine.
That's Jupiter. That's the spirit of Sagittarius. And if you're anything like us, you might have a little trouble at this time of year. This time of year loads the expectations on you so that you are expected to perform happiness and joy and to feel the season. And that doesn't work. Life doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't really work like that. No. Especially nowadays.
No. But it's up to you to find your own falling apart and then coming back together so that you could rediscover that Ebenezer Scrooge moment of peace, joy, and goodwill to humankind.
Yeah. Just try.
It's there. It's there if you know how to shut out all the noise.
Right. Yeah.
Focus within and focus on the goodliness. I'm going to say small g godliness within us.
Within us.
But that spirit. And it's about expansion. So this new moon is about seeds of expansion for what you want to do now, but into the new year.
Right.
Do you want to expand your mind? Do you want to read a book? Do you want to start taking classes?
Yeah.
Do you want to do something that will pull you in a wild new direction so that you don't have to keep reliving the same year after year
after year after year? That's one thing that Sagittarius does not vibe with is routine. It gets a little restless.
It's a beautiful sign.
I'm finding myself a little restless with my routine as the weather has gotten cold and we can't really work outside. And just kind of the routine nature, you really want to change things up. Yeah. I think it's really interesting also that we're at the end of the year and Sagittarius is kind of higher education. So you can imagine, in my mind, I see it as a review of what we've been personally up to for the past year. And it's kind of like, review the year and then
look back so you know where to step forward.
And look where you've educated yourself within the year and then form opinions, Sagittarius, about where you're going to go. Year review.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Now, Mercury will be going retrograde immediately after this new moon.
Yeah.
So Mercury will go retrograde and then stay retrograde until January 2nd.
Now it's Christmas, holidays, Hanukkah, so get your
electronics
before now. Buy them today as we're speaking.
Or else beware.
So as we said, will go wrong. Our big, beautiful friend Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and Jupiter is going to be at a very positive aspect to Mercury. It's going to be trine.
Trine to Mercury. And Mercury will be sextile to Venus. Venus will be in Scorpio still.
Got it.
And that's great for creation. So creating something new, expanding, just expanding your knowledge, just opening your mind.
Open your mind.
Open your mind. Neptune has gone direct on December 7th.
Got it.
Now, Neptune is still square to our galactic center. So that's bringing in a lot of inspiration, a lot of information in our dream life, in our subconscious, just a lot of information that has nothing to do with language as we're using it here, but it's information that is leveling us up.
It's coming from the center of our galaxy. The galactic center is was it 27 degrees?
27 degrees
27
of
degrees Sagittarius. This is a fixed point.
It's a fixed point. It never moves. And Neptune will be squaring to that galactic center for all of next year, too.
Yeah.
So this is just an ongoing aspect.
Yeah, so if you want to speak to the galaxy, open your mind and kind of talk to the aliens and communicate with people in different dimensions and
Yes,
over different
please.
time zones and time landscapes.
Well, speaking of which, too, Neptune will also be sextiling to Uranus and Pluto. And with Neptune sextiling Uranus and Pluto, that leaves the door open for some supernatural activity to take place. So keep your eye open for ghosts, shadows out of the corner of your
weird
eye.
stuff. Perhaps you're getting poked by something that isn't there. It's been kind of spooky over here on our property lately.
Yeah.
I saged the house, so
It's not going to be as spooky as that new moon in Scorpio of last month, which was so intense because now Mars is still in conjunct with us here. So there is still that intensity, but it is opening up and Mars is no longer in Scorpio. Mars is in Sagittarius now. And that's more of the ebullient kind of good-natured feeling that
exactly.
So
this new moon is going to be pretty close to the solstice.
Yes, it is. Yeah, for this new moon, plant your seeds of expansion. Don't worry too much about Mercury going retrograde.
No.
I mean, think about it as remember to take your wallet with you. Don't leave your keys in the door. And it's usually the days around Mercury stationing retrograde that
things go
where things go
haywire.
sideways.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's really about the next few days, the 12th, 13th, 14th, around then. And then in the new year, January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, when Mercury's coming out of retrograde, those are the days you really want to watch.
It's like a ship.
But
turning.
once it goes retrograde, we get used to it. We get used to the inner reflection, turning inward, not relying so much on our communication or knowing that things might go sideways.
Yeah.
Things really might
scared.
go sideways, and especially getting closer to the solstice, the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere, summer solstice in the southern hemisphere is happening on December 22nd, when the sun enters Capricorn. And the sun is going to be tightly conjunct Mercury.
Got it.
So Mercury retrograde with the sun, that's, again, some confusion. And we will also be squaring to Neptune again, so that's a little more confusion. But Neptune, in its more positive aspect, aside from the fog and confusion, it could inspire us to be more compassionate.
Yeah.
So try to, land on that side of the line.
Yeah, if you imagine Neptune as like the group, collective subconscious, where we all dream, and it's that territory of dreams and inspiration and spiritual energy coming through. It's also fog and kind of confusion on the material world, but it's enhancing things. And I like to think of retrograde Mercury is not retrograde, but review and reflect. And if there's something happening that's causing a lot of problems, perhaps there's a lesson in that
you could reflect on.
That you could reflect on. Like check your keys and check your wallet and all that.
Yeah. And for that, I think that we've said it for this new moon.
It's not like a big, crazy, angry moon. I think it's really positive. And if you just kind of...
We don't need a big crazy
No, we don't need a big, crazy, angry moon. It's very positive.
It's the end of the year. There's all that pressure that, But think light. Sagittarius, light. Lightning.
Happy.
Make
laughter.
light.
Laughter.
Make laughter.
Make laughter 20 minutes a day at least.
Yeah.
And with that laughter, should we move to tarot?
Yes. Let's do it.
All right, we're going to do some tarot. We're back with the tarot cards. We're going to pull 2 cards for each sign. It's been a while, I think, since we've done that. And since we're kind of talking about Sagittarius new moon, perhaps think about
We're thinking of expansion, like where are we? Where do we wish to be?
Yeah,
where
development.
have we been? Where do we want to go? So we need 2 cards to do a little
Yeah.
To give us a little bit of a story.
A little of that journey, the arrow being shot out of the bow. And so we'll start with.
They're almost ready.
They're almost ready. I know. I'm so eager.
All right. Here we go.
All right. We'll start with Aries.
As is tradition.
As is tradition.
Okay, Aries.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Here, I'll hold one. You hold the other.
Oh, okay.
All right. So. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. You want simplification.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
these
Mars, your planet, has been very tightly conjunct with the sun all of November.
I know.
And it's still kind of really active right now. It's still making us really jittery, really restless. But simplification, right?
So swords are thoughts.
Yeah.
And you might be feeling a little frustrated.
Yeah.
Obviously, here you can see she's encaged by her thoughts and wrapped up. But if she kind of
If
wiggles,
she uses her intuition, which is her little toe,
Yeah.
her little toe, puts her toe in the water, in that realm of feelings and intuition. Get back to your intuition.
Back to that Neptune.
And then you could find that new thought.
Yes.
That new idea.
Yeah, pages are about new energy.
It's a new message.
And if you look, she's kind of carrying this sword up in a way that looks a little awkward, and the wind's blowing, and it's all fresh and new. So yeah, your thoughts are kind of
Intuition,
Aries.
So Taurus. No. We have got
Oh, wow. Okay, Taurus.
the Fool
The Fool.
and the Queen of Cups.
So the Fool is all about new energy and going out and being on the cliff's edge and really trusting
Risk,
intuition, trusting your intuition, not being too hung up on rules or structure, and just kind of letting it happen without knowing what's ahead of you. And here we have the Queen of Cups.
It's the only cup that is covered. So this is a figure who's completely in control of their emotions. Yeah.
Not only is she in control of it, but she's kind of like the mistress, the master of all of the waters there. Her emotions are totally controlled and realized, but they're not totally visible as we're having this new journey in life. So I think, just trust your intuition.
Now for Gemini, we have the Hanged Man.
And the world.
World.
Wow, that's major.
Yeah. And the Hanged Man is about changing your perspective, about literally just turning it all upside down and just reconsidering that everything maybe that you knew is wrong or not exactly as firm as you thought it was.
Yeah, or there's two truths to a subject. There's also a little bit of sacrifice here in the Hanged Man. Perhaps you've had to sacrifice things through the year to get yourself a new perspective on things. The World card, it's a super positive card. It's related to Saturn. It's about limits on our parameters and finding the limits. Perhaps you found the limits of your world by getting a new perspective on it.
Do you need to sneeze?
I do need to sneeze.
Why don't you...
All right, Cancer.
Cancer, we have the 10 of Wands. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles.
All right, emotionally, Cancer, things might be feeling like a burden the whole year. Perhaps you've been through a lot and you're feeling a little like weighed down by the tasks at hand. 10s are about completions of a cycle. So don't worry about it. You're going to get through this cycle.
You're almost to the town.
You're almost to the town.
This stuff just needs to be reslung over your shoulder.
Yep. And here we have a farmer, and he is judging whether or not his crop is successful. If there has been a blight, if he can make it to market. Pentacles are about value. They're also about money. And it's an earth sign. So there's a bit of review on our values as we've worked hard all year long.
Cancer, for this new moon, asks to be shown some magic.
Yeah.
You know? Just invite it.
Yes.
This looks so serious.
So serious, Cancer.
Okay, Leo. Oh.
Bum ba bum bum.
Queen of
Swords. Things are getting clearer.
And the Five of Swords.
Oh, okay. Abusive power with the Five of Swords.
Yeah.
Queen of Swords is about clarity and also about law. Things coming out of the mist and becoming clear to a pinpoint. On perhaps how our thoughts have really not really served us.
Well, how they've turned back on us.
Yeah.
You know how they've really boomeranged.
Yes,
on us.
swords are thoughts.
How thought has taken all of the spotlight. And, when you get into a corner and you're spinning your wheels, and then just like Aries, you can't find your intuition. You can't use your little toe to feel. Yeah.
Yeah, there might be some thoughts that have been really kind of stalling you and misdirecting you.
This could be just imaginings, telling yourselves worst case scenarios, stories.
In the Five of Swords here, he hasn't really defeated the enemies. He's just kind of...
No, it's like you won the battle, but you didn't win the war.
No, you didn't win the war.
It's like there are no winners in these situations.
Virgo. Hi, Virgo.
Okay.
We're getting a lot of swords.
The Two Swords.
Okay, Two of Swords.
Everyone's
Crossroads.
really stuck in their thoughts.
It's the end of the year. We're all kind of stuck in our thoughts, kind of figuring out what's going on. Two of Swords, crossroads. There has to be a decision being made. You're weighing the options on how to make it. These swords are equal. They're equal in weight. They're equal in merit.
Her arms are heavy.
Heavy.
Trying to make the decision, and the decision will be made for you.
because
this is the completion.
It's an end of a cycle.
And it's wonderful. It's wonderful that things are finished. And it's a time with 5 planets in mutable signs. It's all about wrapping up and
being flexible.
And this figure is blessing with this hand.
Yes.
This is the symbol that is in the
Hierophant.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it is a blessing that things have fallen apart, ended, and closed. And
it's the end of
how neat and tidy and timely for the end of the year.
Good. It's the end of an intellectual cycle.
Yeah.
And we're weighing the decisions as we
now for
go through
Libra.
Libra.
You have the Three of Cups and the Moon.
Okay, circles of support. 3 of Cups. Cups are emotions.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, this is the first cup that's
But look
come
at this.
up.
Binary versus
Trinary?
trinary. Yeah. Binary versus trinary.
Binary thought. So these 3 maidens are all coming from a different location. They're different people. They're different races. They're coming together to support each other emotionally. Maybe because things have been confusing and just unclear. If we rely on our support, this is also kind of interesting here because it's like the scales. Yeah. There's the 2 sides and there's that center point.
That fulcrum point.
The fulcrum point, the pivot.
Yes, it's nuance versus binary thinking.
That's beautiful, Mike.
Libra.
Scorpio.
Scorpio, you have the Page of Wands. So this is a new passion, new idea coming in. You have
new speech.
The 5 of Pentacles. So this may be just burned out from Mars.
Right. Perhaps it's been a difficult year.
Or perhaps you're deciding to do things difficultly now, knowing that there will be an easier time later. So you're either foregoing comfort now because you need to do the hard work
Yeah. Like these fellows here, they're doing it the hard way. They're not going into the church and asking for help. They're doing it their own way, and there's a lot of merit to that. And because through that development and through that experience, there's a quality of speech that you can have if you've experienced hard times, and you can talk about hard times.
Very good.
Thank you,
Very.
Scorpio. Okay, Sagittarius.
For Sagittarius, I pulled the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Cups.
Cups are emotions. Here we have in the Eight of Cups, we have a figure who has kind of gotten all they need, and they're walking away from an emotional situation. There's it kind of looks like a sad, regretful image, but I really kind of interpret it as it's time to move on. There's nothing here for me. It's time to move on because there's a new emotional message happening. There's a
swift new message.
Yeah.
Mercury.
Mercury.
Use this time with Mercury in retrograde. Listen to that message. It's coming in fast.
Yeah, it's coming in fast. And there's an emotional space that you've already fulfilled, and there's a new
it
a new
so
message
well
coming in. Yeah,
that you don't need any more cheap dopamine.
No,
Like you're done with that.
you're done with the dopamine.
Yeah. Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
Now for Capricorn.
Capricorn, our hardworking Capricorn friends.
Six of Pentacles.
Ooh, yeah.
And the Chariot.
Oh, okay. Money's coming fast. So here we have Charity.
Money is changing hands and things are moving forward. Who do you identify with in this card? Is it this guy who's getting nothing, this guy who's getting something, or is it this guy, the nobleman, who is giving?
Yeah.
Who are you in that?
And then with the Chariot card, Chariot's associated with Cancer, and there's an emotional kind of centering that needs to happen in order to drive this Chariot. You've got to be kind of calm and emotionally aware of what's happening.
Calm and clear-headed so that you could think logically and intuitively, and to keep from going off the road.
Yeah.
Keep those beasts balanced.
About your money.
Tame them.
Your values. Now we're Aquarius?
I think we are.
Yeah.
Oh,
love. Okay. Oh, I love Mike. Give me this. Give me these. Okay.
Oh
my, I love this for me. Okay. I'm an Aquarius.
For
the world.
we.
But I'm an Aquarius. So 2 of Cups. 2 become 1. Emotional support, contracts, love. These 2 figures are dressed differently. They're coming from different places. They're becoming symbiosis. They're toasting. And here we have the caduceus, yet another reference to Mercury. And it's developing into this winged lion, the heart chakra, emotional love, and everything is illuminated. Perhaps there's a relation.
The sun is coming back.
The sun is coming back.
It's the solstice, and the sun will come back, and the light of truth will shine.
Yes.
On the world.
Perhaps there's a relationship that you have a question about, and there's a truth coming through and a illumination on our relationships. Pluto's also kind of moving into Aquarius, so that kind of relates a little bit, but that's another story.
Okay. And last but not least,
Pisces.
For Pisces, we have the Knight of Wands and Death.
Wow.
Yeah. And what a great card. Death. That's great for Pisces. Yeah.
Not literal death, but
Never.
change. Death is coming in, and you can see these people have succumbed, and everyone's begging death not to affect them, but it affects everybody. Change is inevitable. That's one of these great things about life, is that it's always going to change, and there's always going to be a new day happening here. Death is also the card of Pluto, and as we're entering this new territory, we have to kind of pause and look at the terrain and see if our little horsey can go through the desert, and if their paws are hooves. Their hooves are able to, guide this figure through the sand. And there's a little bit of a kind of a tension here. These 2 horses coming together, kind of like head on. There's a space in between, and it's kind of like a very like Piscean, world
void.
between worlds.
Yeah. Saturn is moving through Pisces for a while too, unmaking that illusion that we are all disconnected.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. Unmaking it.
Unmaking that. Yeah. So use that. Use Saturn's wonderful daddy energy to show us what's real and what's an illusion.
To give us structure.
Real structure.
Real structure. Yeah. Pisces.
There you go.
Wow.
With that,
Thank you.
will see you at the next video.
Thank you very much. Thanks for all the comments, likes, and
Thank you for our new
shares.
subscribers.
All of our
We
new
truly
subscribers.
appreciate
We
you.
appreciate and love you
Love
very
you.
much. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next video. Bye.